when I came here, there was not too many Africans, like that. And it was just like, man, this guy, obviously my cheekbones, my skin tone, it's just like different. People always thought I was like into fights because how solid my cheekbones were. I was like, no, this is how I am. So I was like, I wasn't like physically bullied because I was just always tough. But it was just like, they always just asked me questions and I was just like, wow, man, you guys are very hurtful. But it never got to me one bit.
Yeah.
But it was a changed way, like even to be from Sudan. I feel like when I came here, people only knew about like Ethiopia. I feel like most of America
that
only.
Is so true. Though.
Yeah, they're just like, where are you from, Ethiopia? I was just like, no, it's like Sudan. And they're just like, Sudan, like, what is that?
I never tell anybody that from my family that I'm doing Marley. It just was my brother. We're talking every day on Facebook.
Well, your family doesn't know you're modeling.
They don't know. My mom and my dad, they don't know.
What do they think you're doing?
They think that I have a man and I live in the house. Sometimes I make some money and then I tell them, and they don't know what I'm doing. They don't even know what is going on in my life. They just call me, oh, we need money, we get sick. I say, okay, I send money. Today, these people, they're going to come tonight and they kill people somewhere. I say, no. When I hear that, I'm not going to do anything. I'm not even going to hit something because I feel like they're going to come and kill me. So I was scared. And then I remember, okay, so in that time, I just think about that. One day, I will go like the place, the people, they don't run away, like the war every time, like in America now. So no war in America, so you don't even scare what is going to happen.
You've lived a different reality for you has been very different. And if you remember when we first met, I told you reminded me so much of my mother, just your composure and the way you speak and just carry yourself and your smile. It seems so familiar to me. And then hearing your story, it blows my mind just hearing you talk about war in the casual way you do. And that was what you knew growing up. And same with my mother. When I started asking questions about Sudan and what life was like, she'd tell me, you go to sleep, you'd have to sleep under beds, hiding, because people would come in the middle of the night, and she'd wake up not knowing who of her family and who in the village, and these are small villages, who was alive and not. So you'll get some shows this season. Are you going to do all of Europe or just New York?
Just New York.
Okay.
I don't know about Europe because I don't have a paper. So what I know is just New York.
For now, New York.
Yeah, for now, New York.
The future is.
And then the future's coming. We'll see what's coming next. School and Marley, they're not going together, or they're not going like at the same time. So now I try to go to school and then I have to do Marley first. So that I say that like this America is changing me. It changed my life,
One day my house is going to be like this, then I go to this city, I go to this town, so I imagine my own things because they make me feel like I belong somewhere. When I told them I'm a fashion model and I had to make sure, I normally travel with my document from MP because it's helping me when they see I have an agency. But sometimes you meet with the wrong person, they don't care. They have to wait. You have to wait, and they will ask many questions. How much money do you have in case anything goes wrong? Like, how is this? Like, when are you going back to South Sudan? And if I say I don't live in South Sudan, it's just because I have my passport from South Sudan. So even the day I went to get it, I went for 7 days to get it. So I don't really live there. I live in Kenya. And they'll be like, oh, but how are you working in Europe or America? And you're very complicated, you know, from you are born in Ethiopia, you're from South Sudan, and you live in Kenya. This is complicated situation. So it made me to feel like it's okay. It seemed like the world think I'm not belong anywhere. But what I do, I have to accept who I am. I wish the governments from American or wherever it is, they can at least understand the problem is not me, it's not the other kids. It's coming from the leaders, it's not us. Let them forget about the leaders. They can at least support the young talents.
A buddy of mine, when I was saying my goodbye, said, who the heck moves to New York to model? And I turned around, just automatically said, I do. Hey, Grandma, let me get a stewed chicken. Small white rice. Last January, I was supposed to go do this Gucci campaign. It took everything out of me to try to get a travel document, and I just kept getting denied because of paperworks that were in Arabic. So it was obviously a huge loss for me. To be honest, it's something that took me a while to get over. I've seen, you know, Sudanese female models walk for Gucci and other brands, but I have yet to see, you know, like guys, you know, and I feel like I'm like that rebel voice that can, you know, uplift some of the people. That's just not from Sudan, you know, just not from Sudan, but not only for Sudan, but for Baltimore. Because remind you, Baltimore, to me, is my second home. I was in, you know, Baltimore City around rough people. Those people cheer for me. You know, my friend who I just told you, he was shot up. When he sees the stuff that I'm doing now, it's like, yo, I always knew you were different. But I'm just like, my whole life, I didn't know. You know? So it was just like, to see that, you know, opportunity. And it's funny because I told him, because I had to travel back and forth to try to go to Baltimore to get some paperwork for my parents. And I told him, and they hugged me, with just like, you'll get him next time. So I was just like, wow, man. So they even, you know, brought that emotion side of me. Yemen? مش راجي لسه؟
ها؟
لسه ما راجي؟
لا ارجع
بعد
عندي
متى؟
شغل الحين عندي زواج
والله ما شاء الله. عنده مرة هناك خلاص؟ I don't model because of money. If I wanted money, New York is a place where you can easily make money, you know, but for me it's more of just that, I guess, the exposure, but for me, that's not the way I would like to use it. It's more of like just being a familiar face with modeling. Well, for me now, I get a joy out of it. You know, you do so many variety of jobs, but it also comes with, you know, I like to give, I guess, hope. I look at it as hope.
I didn't expect it to happen the way that it happened.
What were you expecting to happen?
I thought that I would just go to New York. Well, I planned on becoming Instagram famous and then going from there, and it happened. But if that didn't happen, I thought I was going to go to New York, show up at an agency, and then hope that they would sign me.
I don't control them too much. I just want to see if they are happy with whatever they're doing. I want them to be happy with her life, but make sure your school is first than everything. I want you to be happy and I want you to have the life later. So I say, okay, be careful, you just go. So I just hug them and then they left at that time. Like second day, her sister just text me. She said, Mom, another, maybe she's going to be the mother. I said, what are you talking about? What about the school?
The photographer took it because he thought I had a nice outfit. My outfit was basic, beyond basic. So I don't know. Yeah, it's this one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then that like started my modeling career off. So yeah. Cause when you Instagram famous, that's how you get it, man. That's how you get it. Cause once you have a platform on Instagram, I feel like, cause the way the world works now, if you have a platform and people want to see you, then you can get anything you want. And I got modeling from it.
Tingo Obama mujanang 54.
Yeah.
Inge birthday there.
Being in the modeling world, we are so blessed to be doing what we're doing, because it's like you're literally in a field where you can wake up anywhere in the world, you know, doing the most interesting jobs ever. So I just learned to, when I moved to New York and started getting into modeling, I was so focused into it, and I felt like it was a negative way of approaching it. You know, it's just like, at one point we're just like modeling, and I'm just like, whoa. You know, take a step back, you know, and when I did that, I started hanging around this girl in my community, and she was just like, hey, I go to this church, and it's volunteering, let me know if you want to do it. And she basically passed the ropes on to me, and from that day one when I went, I was hooked. You know, like, here's a group of strangers. I gave them just warm coffee. Thank you so much, my brother, God bless you. I was just like, okay. I gave them water, so thankful. Hot dog and, you know, some vegetables, they're thankful. And I'm just like, I was, at first, when I first moved to New York and I was hanging around other models, it was just so much of like, look at me, look at my lifestyle. So it was kind of like where this is not me.